up, everybody? Welcome to Transforming with Sarah. Thank you as always for clicking on today's video. Y'all, this is my 8-month update on my transformation weight loss journey. I just want to hop on here and share with you guys my 8-month process, wrap up everything I've been doing and changing and feeling, just to share my journey with you guys. Of course, I'll be going over my weight, measurements, side-by-sides, what I changed in my diet within this last month. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right on into it. First off, I actually want to take a moment. I've had a lot of new subscribers recently, so I want to say a special thank you and welcome to everyone who's recently subscribed to my channel. It truly means a lot when I have new people follow along. I'm just trying to get my message out there and share my journey. My hopes is that one day when I'm at that goal weight, people can go back and see that entire journey, week in, week out, month to month, and see everything that I've been doing. So it really means a lot to me when I have new people follow along. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Now, if this is your first time seeing me brand new, hello, my name is Sarah. I have been overweight and morbidly obese for my entire life. At my heaviest, I weighed in at 308 pounds. I'll go ahead and put a before picture here for you guys. Now, in October of 2018, I did keto for about 5 months, lost 50 pounds, and gained it all back just due to life in general and whatnot. Now, I recommitted myself to getting healthy and just trying to become the best I can in October of 2020, so 8 months ago now, and this is the journey that I've been documenting on video for my channel for you guys. About 2 months of that was a combination of keto and Ketovore, and then in December of 2020, that's when I shifted into carnivore, and I've been doing strict carnivore for a little over 6 months now, and I've just been feeling fantastic. I feel like I'm gaining even more energy, and I'm just so excited to share this whole journey. So let's just go ahead and get right on into the fun, exciting things, what happened on the scale. So weight. In this last month alone, I have actually lost 3.6 pounds, and I am super excited over that. I know to some people that might be small, but if you've kind of been following along on my journey, the last couple of months, I've probably only lost about 1 to 2 pounds for the entire month. So I jumped up to 3.6 pounds this entire month, and I'm so excited just to see that scale kind of shift down a little extra and even more. So that brings my overall total now on my journey to 64-pound weight loss, and I'm just so ecstatic about it. Like, I'm sorry if I keep saying it. It's just sometimes it's so hard to contain when it's like, I'm doing it. This is something that I'm doing. I have been working hard, and to see those numbers on the scale go down, to just feel better, to have my sleep better, all these other things, it's just so exciting. And that's why I want to share it with the world, because I want to show it is possible. If you've been overweight or morbidly obese for most of your life, you can change it. I have struggled. I have given up on dieting. I just chalked it up in the past to say that I'm just meant to be big. So to just see that transformation happen and know that I am going to get there. I am going to finally get to a healthy weight that I've never been at before, and just be the absolute healthiest I've ever been. And to be able to share this journey and help others, that's pretty much all I want to do. I'm not here to get money or fame, anything like that. I just want to share what I'm doing in hopes that it might help or motivate somebody else. Okay, so of course I did do measurements. Now, this is not from the very beginning of my 308 pounds. I only took initial measurements with a tape measure when I was about, it was 296, 300, so in October. So all these measurements are strictly within the last 8 months alone now. And instead of tossing a bunch of numbers out there, I'm just gonna tell you the total amount of inches lost in those areas. Okay, so recap of the last 8 months in inches. Around my neck, I have lost 1.5 inches. Around my chest, my bust, I have lost a total of 10 inches now. Around my bicep, it actually showed that the measurement went up by like 1/4 of an inch. Now, That being said, I'll get into this a little bit later with exercise. I am doing some weightlifting. I don't know if it's that or just I struggle to measure my arm by myself, so I'm kind of not really holding on to that number, but I just want to share that with you guys. Around my upper thighs, I have now lost a total of 8 inches. Around my calves, I have lost 2.5 inches. But of course, the real exciting ones, as always, is the waist and the hips. Now, around my waist, I have lost a grand total of 12.5 inches. Now, for my hip measurement, I do like to let everybody know I do have a stomach overhang, so that is including that as well. So around my hips and like lower stomach, I have now lost a total of 15.25 inches. Like, that is just so mind-blowing. And all of that is just within the last 8 months alone. So within just those areas that I mentioned that I am measuring, I have now lost a total of 49.75 inches in just those areas. So it's so exciting to see not only the scale go down, but the inches go down. And even just when I look in the mirror, I can kind of see like my stomach start to come in. I can see all these different changes, feel differences. It's just so exciting, and not everything is based on scale. That's why I wanted to do measurements. I might actually in the future do a video of other non-scale victories that I've noticed so far. If that's something you want to see, of course, leave a comment below. But there's so much more to be looking at and focusing on versus the scale. So I thought I would do that in the future, but of course this one I just like to do that recap of everything that's going on, especially if you're interested on how my weight loss is going, things like that. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of multitasking here. So I am gonna go ahead and start putting up some side-by-side progression photos. I might even include some from like previous months, just to kind of show that progress and that change you can see in those side-by-sides. That's when I see it the most myself, is looking at that like, wow, I'm doing it. Now, as I'm showing these pictures, I'm going to go over my diet and what I have changed within this last month, what I personally am doing. So of course, 100% still carnivore, all meat diet. I have not had any dairy this month, so no heavy cream, no cheese, anything like that. On top of that, as I previously mentioned, I did go ahead and cut out eggs. It has been a little over 3 weeks now without eggs. I actually have noticed an improvement in my digestion and having less issues there. So I'm not too sure if it's just eggs in general or because we were buying kind of like the cheapest quality eggs there were. So I don't know if it's that. But I did go ahead and cut that out recently. Other than that, I'm still doing, of course, a variety of meat, pork, beef, chicken. I'm really not too picky. I like that variety. I'm just focusing on eating healthy as much as I can. But on my weekends, I have been doing kind of like a meal prep for a lot of hamburgers. So I have been eating more hamburgers simply because it's so easy to make them on the weekend, have them on hand for the week. If you haven't seen it or you missed it, I did make a meal prep hamburger style video. I'll link that down below. They're easy to make, obviously, but I just like to share how I'm making, what I'm doing, if you guys want to see that. I have also really been enjoying doing pork ribs in the air fryer. It sounds absolutely crazy, but you get crispy yet juicy ribs in like 16 minutes. It is insane, and yes, I do intend doing a video on that later on how I'm doing it, but that has been a favorite. So I've mostly been doing burgers, some ribs, not so much pork chop, a little bit of chicken, but honestly it's really just the beef, and I've been eating so many burgers. Okay, so down to exercise, I am still doing daily walks. I've usually been walking about 6 days a week. This last month, I actually made it a goal of mine to spend less time on social media to make sure I get outside for 10 to 20 minutes a day. And so my favorite thing to do really is just walk. I'll put on an audiobook, podcast, something like that, and just go enjoy a nice walk. So walking has been consistent. It's something that I thoroughly enjoy, whether I've had a good day or a bad day. It's kind of just my me time to relax and unplug from the world. So that's pretty much the month in recap. Main changes, like I said, more beef, no eggs. So upcoming this next month, what I really want to focus on is continue on the feasting and fasting, and I'll kind of maybe break that down more in my June update video. I'm obviously going to continue my exercise and just trying to move as much as I can. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Now, as far as eggs, I actually did yesterday buy some pasture-raised eggs. I know a lot of people who had issues with eggs when they did the more pasteurized, higher quality, I guess, didn't have any digestive issues. So I bought a bunch of those yesterday. I'm super excited to give them a try, and I'll provide an update with that later. At this point, I'm not too focused on the scale. I'm really just focused on enjoying life, getting out there, reading books, going on walks, doing all these other different things. As always, just super excited to share my entire journey with you guys. I have a lot of exciting videos coming up that I cannot wait to share with you guys. If you like this video, of course, don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment below. If you haven't done so already, I would love to have you follow along on my journey. There you have it, 8 months going strong, and so excited to see where we go from here. So until next time, you guys, remember to stay strong, stay positive, and you've got this. Bye, everybody.